Hello and welcome back. So I am taking a break from production. I've been busy just assembling tons of journals. I'm getting ready to head to San Francisco for the PlannerCon. This is my first time to go, so I've been working to get product, and I'm also going to be sponsoring a table and also doing a series on junk journaling. So I've been really busy, but I wanted to take a moment and get a little creative, and I thought I would pop on and do a video real quick. So I'm hoping this isn't too long. But I recently picked up this little journal from, we have a Half Price Books here in the Central Texas area, and actually have several of them. I love the store. And so last year I had one that was I believe it was like the A5 size, and I used it during the month of October, kind of fallish. Anyway, I wish I would have brought it over here because it's very, very thick. But I picked this one up. It's a cute little, a smaller version of it. And I really wanted to have something that I could carry in my purse, that I could basically write inspiration, write notes, write things that I have, ideas that I have come through. And also, I love having something in my purse that's really pretty and that I can pull out and look at and write in or doodle in, or anything that kind of catches my eye. I love having something like that in my purse that I can take it out and dream. And so anyway, my idea behind this is I'm going to kind of like just keep the cover, but I'm going to change up a few things about it and add a lot of different little elements. So I thought I would just kind of do that really quickly, pull out the camera and do it on, and load it up to YouTube to kind of show you guys how my thought process. So like I said, I'm going to try to make this as quickly as possible. For one, it's getting late here, and the other is I really should be making more journals, but I wanted to come on and make a video instead. So let's go ahead and get started. So I kind of have some washi here. I've got some sparkly. I kind of want to put a dash shaker card in here. And I also have some pretty florals that I want to add. And then over here is just a lot of ribbons and my Tim Holtz stapler, but just some things that I love and kind of want to add to the pages. And this is going to be, like I said, an ongoing thing. I want to, if I see something on Pinterest that I really like, a lot of times I like to print things out and put them in my journals, and that way, but this way it'll be something that I can carry around and have with me, where I can view it for inspiration purposes. Now I kind of come in here and watercolored a page because I wanted to see how the page took in watercolor, and actually it's really nice. I do love the feel of watercolor on paper, that nice crispy fun little artsy feel to it. So first of all, what I did was on my other one, this little flap, I kept it on for a while, but it's the ones that have the magnetic closure. But what I noticed after a while is, of course, the thicker my book became, I couldn't close it. So I'm just going to cut this off, and that way I'm going to create a closure and not worry about this little flap area. I actually think I used my paper cutter last time, but these scissors should do the trick. And I was a little concerned about it coming undone, but I was really surprised that last journal, it was fine. So then I want to come in here and punch 2 holes to where it's going to have a ribbon closure. Now I actually have a ribbon in mind that I want to use, but I haven't been able to find it. So it's more of like that real vintagey chiffon type ribbon, but I thought for now I'm going to just use some lace. This is actually some stretchy lace, and so I'm just going to use that as my ribbon closure for now. So let's see here. I'm going to get a pencil. This is going to be kind of tricky. I haven't really ever done this before, but it can't be too difficult, right? So, and of course I don't have a ruler, so I'm just going to eyeball the middle here, and let's see here. That way I can just kind of get an idea I'll use this little star as a little guide. I think that was one of the reasons I was kind of worried about putting a hole in, because I didn't want to get Alice. I didn't want to get her where I couldn't see her face. So I think I'm just going to do that right here. And then, let's see if I can. So it's a little bit above the mushroom. And again, probably the best thing to do would have been to measure it, but with junk journaling, I think that, oh, I guess I didn't mention, I'm going to make this into a junk journal. So, but with junk journaling, it doesn't actually have to be perfect. I think that's the joy of having a junk journal, is you can put anything you want in there, anything that you love, that inspires you. It doesn't have to be nice and neat and pretty. It can be, but it's not necessary. So I'm going to use this this heavy-duty crocodile hole punch to make my holes. And actually, it's not exactly in the center of the book because, again, I didn't want to cut Alice. You know what I could do is just kind of just see if that's pretty even, and it is. I like to be able to see exactly where that hole is. And that's the only thing that's kind of a pain about those, is it gets the little paper stuck in there. Okay. I just want to make sure I can see where the hole is, so I punch my marking just like that. And it's a little, maybe, that was pretty darn close to being exact. Okay, yay. So there's a couple of ways that I thought about doing this. I thought about coming like this. I'm just going to kind of play around with this because like I said, I haven't really planned this out. And this actually ribbon is pretty darn thick. So I might have to come up and do something a little different than what I had originally planned. I thought about cutting the ribbon, but let's see if I can use a pencil to kind of push it through. So I thought about like doing a couple things, like actually tying this. I was actually going to do a loop, but it would make four little strands, but I actually think that's a little bit too much for what I want. So let me squish this through here. Whoops. Oh yeah, that would be perfect. And then when I go to write in it, the only thing is, you know, that would be kind of a pain, actually. I wonder if I pushed it through here and I tied a knot, if that would make it difficult to close. Let's see what that does. It's just going to be kind of... Okay. I know. But we're here together, right? We're doing this process together, just so you can get an idea of my thoughts. So, or let's try this. If I push it through this way, like I said, it kind of like makes it really thick, the ribbon. Push it up through this way, and that does make it really thick. Then I bring the ribbon through here, how would that look? not really crazy about. Well, let's see. Actually, I kind of like that. And then I could just tie it. I wonder if that would make it where you could tie it in a pretty nice sized bow. Okay, let's do that. So, we're going to actually see what it's like to be completely, what have I done? Even. So we're just going to cut this pretty little ribbon in half, and then I can trim it as I need it. And one of the things I like to do, and actually I've been in the market, I want to do it again, like, well, I want to do Warrington, which is like the big antique show here, but I'm always keeping my eye out for notions, like sewing notions, or like especially if they have like big baskets of ribbon or lace, I pick all that up. And this last time I think I went, I really found a lot of good buys on lace and ribbons and things like that. Okay, because you just never know about having them for a project, especially with junk journaling. It's so fun to add all the pretty things, all the lace, and at least that's what I like to do, and add the material and the ribbons and all the textiles, the felts and those kind of things. So I'm just going to push it through here, create that little opening, and then push the lace through there, and then pull it tight. Whoops. There we go. And then when I go to tie it up, I can either do one and then leave the other kind of like laced up, because I think it's quite romantic to be able to undo a lacy bow before you add to your journal. So yeah, so it could be that, or you could kind of like it just like that. Okay, so I got my closure. That was my biggest thing that I was really wanting to work on. Isn't this romantic? You know, there we go. Oh, yes, okay. I got it open. Whoops. All right. So, we're going to put our little holders down here to be able to hold those down so that we can decorate the pages. Now, I'm not too crazy about the red, but I figured we could come in here and cover the pages with different pretty things. And I really had this really pretty rose paper that was left over from this last kit I did. Actually, it doesn't cover it completely, but it's not that bad having a border of red. Okay, so let's do it. And again, with the junk journaling, it doesn't necessarily have to be planned out. I think that's what I like about it. If you don't like it, you can either tear it out, or it's not that big of a deal. You can put things on top of it, layer it up, cover it up. If I get it in here and I don't like it, I can always add paint. Paint to the cover and actually start it over like a brand new canvas. like a blank canvas. Just cover it with some white. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit the camera. Then I'm going to go ahead and do this side. Paper's kind of wonky cut, but that's okay. I think what I'll do is kind of come in here and add just a few little extra embellishments, just to give you guys an idea how I get started on the junk journal. And I hope to come back in here and show you different pages. Okay, so that was trash. I think what I want to do is come in here with some washi. I absolutely love this washi. I've already gone through like 2 spools of it. This was actually in the Alice kit that I had, I think last year, or was it the year before? And I had some extra ones, and I have to say I've actually really hoarded this beautiful rose gold washi. And just so you know, I will be coming out with another Alice in Wonderland kit. They're bringing back some of the pretty paper to Echo Park, and I'm so excited to see it. So I'll have to come up with another Alice design. Okay. Turn that off. Okay, and I think I'm just going to add that in here. And then I need to do like that. I thought about adding actually, but we're going to wait off on that one. Whoops. It says the world is full of magic things, patiently waiting for our senses to grow sharper. I like that. Got some glue over here. Okay, so I had some flowers. I think I'm just going to add that in here. I may leave this kind of open just so I can have my name added in there. Literally, you're just gonna, it's just fun just to layer, add different papers you like. I think what I love about this is that I have some stuff that belonged to my great aunt, and it's interesting that she kind of did the same thing. She had little autograph books that she would make and used pretty little designs just like this little cherub and in her book. So it's just kind of neat to see how the styles just kind of stay the same, you know, that just they come back. And I love the Victorian look to things too. I saw this key and I was like, you know, I've been waiting. Just gonna pop it in here like that. And this could be a great little book for quotes too. Okay. And then let's just, like I said, I'm just gonna kind of randomly add different things to the book. Let's see here. There was one other thing I wanted to do kind of like a little shaker card real quick. So let's go ahead and let's see if I can find, I think I was gonna add this in here too. We'll do that. I don't know what I was gonna put as a shaker card. Oh, you know what? I remember now. I had this paper I picked up at, and she's cute. She's so cute. Let's see if she's gonna fit in here first. I picked this paper up at Tuesday morning, and I've used a lot of it already. But this little watercolor girl just thought she was so cute. Let's first see if she's gonna fit. Yep, okay. Where is, aha, let's see if this is gonna work. I have these little open-end cello bags that you can actually use one that, if you got one like in a Happy Mail or something that had like a, or any kind of like packaging that had a seal on it, that would work too. But, and I have one of those little heated things that will seal these, but we're just going to seal this one with washi. So we're going to put her in there and add some pretty sparkles to her. One little scoop should do it. And then I'm just going to come in here. And we're going to seal that down. Just like that. Okay, I don't slice the end of that cello bag and let all my pretties fall out. Ta-da! There she is. Oh, the cat's stirring over there. He's on the bed in here. You know, I wanted to put, this is that pretty washi that I ordered, that is Alice in Wonderland theme. Isn't it cute? I've been kind of hoarding it because I've used it quite a bit, but I hate for it to run out, which that was another thing with the junk journal is you can keep all your little favorite things. I think I'll add one more to the top here with Alice and the rabbit and the queen. You know what, we could make her a little wider and then tuck her around. She says, "What? Tuck me around? Off with your head." Well, this tape's kind of having a mind of its own. It's kind of crooked. Let's move it one more time. Oh, don't roll up on me. Okay. Maybe not quite that big of a tuck. She's not going to like that at all. Her head's going to be on the fold. Okay. Oh, top washi just does have a mind of its own. Okay. There. Isn't that cute? So pretty. Okay, so let's add this little shaker tag. in here. Did I add that in there? I'm going to put a little bit of, what kind of washi? Just add a little bit of different design to here, so it's just not sitting here by itself, but instead it will have a piece of washi. So in the meantime, I've been watching a Netflix show, which I don't really watch Netflix that often. I don't ever hardly have time to watch anything, but it's called Anne with an E. Have y'all heard of it? Has anybody watched it? What do y'all think? It actually is pretty cute. We just started watching it, and it's definitely a lot different than the Megan Follows Anna Green Gables, but I'm really kind of enjoying it. Actually, I'm enjoying it a lot. So we're going to put this shaker in here. Okay. So I'm just going to do this kind of as a tip-in. And I'm going to use, which washi should I use? This or this, my favorite. Oh look, ta-da, I found the other one. Okay, so I'll just use this one. I'm going to take it out for just a minute. Run it along here. I think just kind of put it randomly in the middle. And then I'm just squeezing it down in there and then sealing it with the washi, and then I'll put it on this other side too. There. Let me trim that out a little bit. Lots of washi collected on my scissors there. Okay. Let's see. It's a little wonky. Me and washi, it must be too late at night. The washi's getting wonky on us here. Alright, there, that kind of straightens it up a little bit here. There we have it. Oh my lord. Now it's getting crazy on this side. There might have been a better way to do this. Maybe I should have had it where it folded out. Okay. There. That works for me. Okay, so I added a little shaker, and then there was, oh, one other thing I wanted to add, and then we'll wrap it up for tonight on this one. Actually, I just saw this. Isn't it pretty? Let's add this pretty little butterfly in there. And you can't have an Alice journal without a teacup, even though I know I already put one in there, but I see this is the one I watercolored and acrylic painted, and so we're going to put this one in there too. There we go. And so let's wrap it up with adding a little bit of trim, and then we'll call it good for now. And at least I kind of got it ready to go, and I can put it in my purse and carry it around and add things. So I think I'm just going to add this little bit of fun ribbon along the line here. Have my hot glue gun heated up over here. I know I'm working in tight quarters here because my studio is a gigantic mess right now because I'm in production and I'm just a little crazed right now, which is okay. I'd rather be crazed than not crazed. Does that make sense? And then we just add hot layers. Add not a layer, but a pretty ribbon. Good grief. Everything's flying everywhere. Kind of like this. This is really pretty. Is it secure? Let's see. Did I glue the rest of the pages? I saw it kind of fall off of there, but I figured I could get it off. Okay. So that's the beginning of it. Oh, it looks so pretty, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. That's so pretty. Okay. So I could go on and on. I just saw this and I want to put this in there. I'm going to make it into like a little folder. Oh, it's so cute. So, but I will come back. I'll do that again another time because I didn't want to make the video too long. But let's tie it up. Let's see if I can just do it like this. Tie it up like this. I don't even have to put a bow on it. You know, I might trim these up just a tiny bit. The angle. You know, I could come in here and put charms. I don't know, they're pretty wide. But I just love, and it's really soft lace. It's kind of that stretchy that they put on slips. And then I have this cute little pouch. This was created from Precious to Me. Isn't this beautiful? This is like one of my favorite pouches from her. And I actually had thought I could slip my journal in here, and it makes it that much more sweeter and more fun and more exciting to see it sitting in my purse and wanting to take it out and journal in it. But with that fluffy lace on the end, I don't know, that might be kind of tricky. And especially as it gets thicker, it's going to be more challenging to fit in here. But for now, it looks pretty cute. We can add, this is a, actually, that is, I thought it was a paper, it is a paper clip, but it's more for the front of journals. But I can put this little tabby on here. Anyway, that's really cute and pretty. Alright, you guys, well, thanks for watching along, and I hope you're inspired to make you up a cute little junk journal. This was fun, and again, I could go on and on, but I know I need to wrap it up, and because you know I have to add a carrot, and I have to add a heart, and I have to add a felt flower, and some more lace. So yeah, endless possibilities. It's so fun. You make it your own, and make it what you will be smiling at as you see it sitting in your purse or in your hand or while you're out and about. So alright, thanks you guys. I'll see you on my next video.